got some Kansas City people here. Stand up, Kansas City. Detroit? Detroit, Michigan?
They're on their way.
St. Louis, Missouri?
On their way.
Twin Cities, Minnesota.
Three more signs.
Excuse me, it's not dentist's office. This is a dentist's office. Do you see the fucking sign right there? It's a dental office. You guys are gonna get ticketed anyway. I'm gonna call the police.
This is messed up. We're not going to take it anymore.
No, we're not. I'm asking you, how can a person get inside when they don't have a fire department support us and not the police.
We never open the door.
We'll never be defeated. The people united. We'll never be defeated. The people united. We'll never be defeated.
everybody's help.
Excuse me, what did you say, Peter? You said something?
They've got a predatory lending law. He said it's going into effect in January, 1st of January.
1st of January.
We don't have it.
No, we don't have it.
We just need to check the literature on it.
Involved or loop, we can't get it.
Yes.
We need to check the literature on that law also.
Right.
It's not very strong.
It's not as strong as we need it to be to make a significant change where our community is not being ripped off in a way that people are not able to keep up with their mortgage payments.
What brings me here tonight is just the fact that I want to help ACORN celebrate quite an achievement of getting an award for the first time since 1991. I wouldn't want to miss it.
Our next and final award goes to an organization that has been making a difference in people's lives for a very long time. A key partner in the MAPA Coalition, Minnesota ACORN. Knows both how to engage people in their neighborhoods and how to impact policy at the state capitol in St. Paul and nationally in Washington, D.C. The work on predatory lending, for example, has been groundbreaking and tremendously successful. So we're very happy to celebrate with them. And the ACORN, Marcia Abner, and Keith Ellison, it's kind of amazing. I feel like such a connection to all of them. And when I first started organizing in 1981, I was with Minnesota COAC, another great MAPA member, and COAC and ACORN were just getting started in St. Paul at the time, just getting started, and we were working in Frogtown, and someone from the planning council there, I door knocked him and he said, "I don't understand this. ACORN and COAC, I don't know why they're here. This neighborhood's already organized." And what a bunch of bunk that was. And I think that so many neighborhoods, and this is 1981, so we're talking about, over 23 years now? So many neighborhoods now are organized because of ACORN. Already organized. The Planning Council. And now to tell us more about ACORN's work on the predatory lending issue and others, and to present our 2003 Progressive Organization Award, here's our great Minnesota Attorney General, our fighting Attorney General, Mike Hatch.
Well, see, Scott, I've had chicken served to me for the better part of 50 years now, and I've never had it with two left wings. They sent the rest of the chicken over to the Republican caucus. I had plenty of room. I get the pleasure of introducing ACORN. And ACORN, for those of you who's asked to give some background on ACORN, I've worked with ACORN off and on now for over 20 years, back at the Department of Commerce and as well as at the Attorney General's office. This is the one group that I know is always driven. It is always focused. It knows what its issue is. It's economic justice. And it works in the community. It organizes. It scares the hell out of banks and insurance companies. More than me, it scares banks and insurance companies. Give you an example on household finance. Household Finance Corporation is one of the largest subprime lenders. That's a nice antiseptic term, subprime. It means that they prey upon the poor. It means they jack up the rates. It means they load up the fees. And then they take the home. And what they did, COAC, nationally, they want to organized. And they, the attorneys general and insurance departments or banking departments, commerce departments, we get a lot of credit. ACORN is the one who did it. And Jim Bernstein, Commissioner of Commerce, Minnesota Commissioner of Commerce, did a heck of a job on it. But ACORN, and they do organizing kind of the old-fashioned way. It's kind of the Michael Moore way. They go take these leaflets, and it isn't just a kind of a how-to in terms of getting a loan. They'll put a wanted picture out with the wife of a board member of HFC and go to their gated community and put it up on all the postmen. Put it all over the place. And actually, I found out, I know I mentioned it earlier to some of the people here, that I found out in Chicago, when they hit the gated communities with all these wanted pictures, and some of the ladies in fur who were married to the board members didn't like it. Case got settled. $500 million roughly going to the people of this country because they worked at ACORN. Unfortunately, Commissioner Bernstein isn't at the department anymore. And the ACORN brought in another issue called, well, we call it equity stripping. I think your name is much better. It's called the mortgage. What is it called? The mortgage
scam. Foreclosure rescue scam.
Oh, yes, it is. The mortgage foreclosure rescue scam. All right? It's a little long for me. Equity stripping kind of goes. But I'm going to give you an example of this. And they brought this to the attention of the department, about a year ago. Nothing's happened. They brought it to our attention, brought it to the legislators' attention a couple of months ago. Give you an example of what goes on, and this affects